Alright, you guys. Let me turn this down a little bit loud. What's up, everyone? Well, hello there, boys. Hey, guys. Hey. Guess who just got back from the doctor? Me. Hi, guys. Hi. What's up? Hello! Hi, guys. I am here. Hello. Welcome on in, everyone. It's your boy, Nate the Hoof Guy here. Hi. Hello. What's up? Happy hump day, dude! I didn't get to guess. What's up? What are you? I don't know what she's playing with. I don't know what she's playing with over there, but hi, guys. Hello. It's me, though. It's me, guys. How you doing, Nate? Hi, hello. Yeah, it's me, boys. I'm getting my tubes tied, and my heavens. My heavens. I'm so excited. And I'm also equally... I want to say I'm baffled by the amount of guys that... I had someone literally tell me... They said, take it from me. Trust me, okay? Some man named Blake, you know? Sir Blake, was it, you know? Was like... Trust me when I say this. Hear me. Hear my words. I'm gonna regret it, you know? And I'm like, Blake, is it? Sir Blake? You know? In my mind, anyway. I'm like, huh, let me think. A complete stranger on the internet is gonna tell me that I'm gonna regret getting my tubes tied. Actually, fun fact, you guys. The term having your tubes tied, Blake Chattington, yes. The term having your tubes tied is actually outdated, and they do not do that anymore. In fact, over the last few years, like, my doctor broke all this down to me. She's like, over the last few years, they had realized, like, honestly, like, yes, I mean, tying your tubes, you know, it works and it can help, and, like, or burning the ends, things like that, whatever. They actually have done away with that, and instead they just completely remove your tubes. They don't remove your uterus or your what's it? Your uterus and your other things, okay? Your eggs, your ovaries. There you go. They don't remove your ovaries and they don't remove your uterus. So my period and all that should be normal again, you know, be relatively as normal as my body can allow it after I was like, you know, after I spent many years on birth control. But they do it this way because there is now no chance of, I think it's ectopic pregnancy, which is like where you can have like, essentially you can have a pregnancy on the, like, on the outside of your baby maker. And that's dangerous and can be dangerous, especially when your tubes are tied and things like that. So in order to, like, not have those situations happen, yeah, they just go in and take your tubes out. She's like, imagine gummy worms. But, like, this, like, your insides, the color of your organs. That's what it looks like. Yeah, so she went over all this stuff with me. Everyone was so nice. Essentially, they were saying, so this procedure... versus having, like, your tubes tied versus having them burnt, you can't reverse it. It's non-reversible. And I'm like, that is literally a-okay with me. Brenda. I don't remember her name. She was very nice, though, by the way, you guys. I did really like this office. Everyone was in there. It was so nice. It was, like, 25, 30 minutes away, which is why I was like, I needed to push my TikTok back because I was so fucking tired when I got home. But yeah, so her nurse is actually gonna be reaching out to me. She already went ahead and, like, pushed and forwarded, like, my information to 1 or 2 places where I could go get the surgery, because she has her own private practice, and then she also has a different hospital that she does. She's like, it basically just depends on if your insurance would be okay with allowing us to use, like, ours, you know? And I was like, cool, yeah. So her nurse is actually gonna get in touch with me, and yeah, I'm so excited. But they were really nice and it went really well, so I'm hype as shit. I'm hype as shit. And like I was saying, this is something that I have known since I was 15, you know? Since I started, like, liking, you know, boys and all that well, boys and girls, I'll say, but you don't, you know. But anyway, I've known since I was 15. I've known from the first time that I had like my first real boyfriend, and we got physical. I was like, I'm not gonna have kids. I don't want fucking kids. It's not gonna be a thing for me. I even ended up working at a daycare for like 6 years, you know, 5-6 years. And I was like, yeah, like I loved the kiddos, you know, but I was like, you know what the best part of it was? Handing the kids back to their parents at the end of the day, you know? I was like, I was vibing. I would make the coolest fucking aunt. I'll be the most rad auntie ever. But yeah, no, for someone to sit there and tell me I'm gonna regret my decision, I'm like, one, you don't know me, all right? You don't know me. You don't know my mind. You have no idea what I feel in my head or my heart or anything like that. So I'm just like, actually, no. Mine has not fucking changed since I was 15. I was like, I've been in really serious relationships. I've had partners that wanted kids. I didn't want kids. And I'm like, hey, it's a-okay. And that could be a thing that like pops up in the future. Like, hey, yeah, I'm just gonna let you know, I can't fucking have kids. Don't want them. Don't fucking want them, you know? If anything, if I ever, which I'm not, you know, because I just personally, I like being responsible for myself and my fur animals. But if anything, I would adopt, because there's kids out there that don't have fucking families, that don't have a parent, you know? So I'm like, I would choose to have a child. I would literally physically go and choose to have a child and bring a child into my home if I ever wanted one. But I'm fucking 31 years old, dude. So Blake, I'm not changing my mind. All right. Had this set in stone for quite some time. But I'm fucking excited, guys. I am so hyped. I am so excited. I can't wait. It was easy breezy, beautiful, cover girl. So yes. I can give them back later on. Yes, I will spoil my nieces or nephews someday, you know? Like, essentially Ryan's kids, like, I'm like their auntie. Like, I'm like, you can call me auntie. I love him to death. He's my best friend. I've known those kids for like 7+ years. So I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, I like that. But, you know, when they fucking start acting up and pissing me off or telling me... They did my nails recently, you guys, and they did my toenails and shit too. Like, they painted them. And then... the youngest one was like laughing at me. She's like, what's up with your toe? What's up with your pinky toe? I'm like, what? And it's the toe that I hurt a lot. So basically my nail there is like non-existent. Like I don't have one. So she's like giggling trying to paint my toenail. She's like, you just don't have one. I'm like, god damn, you fucking I know. Shit, you don't gotta tell me twice. I live with it. That's my toe. So yeah, no. See, and they were my kids. I would have to like stick around and like see them when they piss me off, you know? They just piss me off. I'm like, you're kind of a dick, and I'm gonna not let you paint my toes in. No, kind of thing. But yeah, it was great. It went really good. However, had a scare on the way there, which I was not excited about because just people can't drive anywhere. And then here I am feeling guilty as fuck because I always do. But here it is. I thought maybe perhaps I was in the wrong, and maybe it was a little bit of both. But in the fast lane, okay, in the fast lane, we were supposed to be going the area that I'm talking about. We're supposed to be going 55, I think, and there was a car in the fast lane that was going like 40 to 45, and people were getting over to go in the slow lane to pass them in the fast lane, kind of thing. And I'm like, cool, done this many times before. So it's me, the slow car, and there's a van in between us, and then there's a car behind me. The van gets over. They're about to go past. I get over too. The van speeds up quickly, and I don't see why they're speeding up quickly to get in front of the other car that's in the fast lane. It's a man on a bike who's essentially in the middle of the road. He's biking, and he's on the side, but he's more in the middle, kind of in the actual lane of the road versus being on the side of it. So I don't have but so much time to react. I can't slow down either because there's a car on my ass behind me. So I'm like, oh my god, the fucking slow car in front or next to me. I have to get over. I literally didn't have enough space. So I essentially had to move up and get over. And when I mean like, it probably looked like I really fucking cut this guy off. And I was like, I was like, I'm not trying. I wasn't trying to do that. Like, my car was like beeping at me and shit. And this guy's just still like going real slow. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I'm like, there's a fucking dude on a bike and you're not moving. You're going 40 in a 55 route. And then I was so scared because I was like, they were behind me the whole time. Like, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be pissed. They're gonna fucking shoot me. What if like, that's where my mind goes. So I'm just like, oh my God, the road rage, you know? But no, when I got enough distance between me and that car, no, they were still just... But I really thought I thought my bumper was gonna get hit, and I thought it was gonna be my fault. Bike riders and roadways, the most entitled pricks ever. It was rough. It was rough. And I was like, I essentially had to make a decision right then and there. I was like, this guy is pretty close in the road. And I was like, I can't slow down or I'm gonna get hit in the back. I can't speed up or I'm gonna hit a guy on a bike. And if I tried to get in front of this other car, I might hit that car and it might hit me. So somehow I miraculously squeezed in between that car and then the biker was still just going. It was awful. I had to emerge into the merge lane because I didn't see it till last thing I almost passed. But I swear just God damn, dude. Yeah, it's rough, dude. But I could have made road earlier and I thought we were gonna hit them because they would not move. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me, because when I experience these things, I feel so small, and I feel like the biggest fucking dick, because I am someone on the road that doesn't try to be an asshole or cut people off or anything like that. But those people that are out there not following the rules of the road, or probably, you know, in the improper lanes and things like that, when they're the ones that could possibly be causing the issues, then they look at you who has to like kind of make decisions in the moment like that you're the fucking issue and you're a problem. And I will never understand that, but I did. I felt so guilty and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like I was freaking out for like the next like 5-10 minutes on my way to my doctor's office. My whoop did tell me, you spent some time in a high stress situation today. I'm like, well, shit. I know. It was awful. Oh God, no. Yeah, no. I get people on their bikes doing your thing, cool. But also, I'm just like, but on the fucking road, bro. Come on, like I don't know. That's why they make the bike routes, the little bike lanes. Granted, there wasn't one, but I'm like, fuck, dude, this is bad. I drive really well. Like I don't want to be a fucking prick on the road. Also, I gotta go let Barlow in. I'll be right back. I found it, Milo! I hear ya. Butter in. 1 second. Found it, boy. I'm looking for this for like over an hour. Got distracted many times, but I have found it. So I just bought a case of these. This size. Because I feel like me having physical... No, I don't know. I don't know, I was chugging waters when I was helping Bailey move the other day, so... It was right there the last place you looked. It wasn't, though. It really wasn't. Thank you, Playa. Yeah, Shut up. I appreciate all, like, the kind words that you guys were saying. Oh no, I've been feeling a lot better about myself in general, but, like, it's still, I'm not 100%. Like, I'm not how I was feeling, like, before I moved, you know? Like, I feel like after I moved, I don't know what it was, like, just stress, probably, and trying to figure out, like, my new routine, and things kind of got a little wonky, and I know, like, I've had some of my medicine and stuff upped, and all these things can play a factor into how you feel, how your body feels, how your body reacts. My hormones are always all over the place. I'm also, like, sort of PMSing right now. Like, I kind of have my period. It's coming and going sort of thing, so that's fun. But, yeah, since my move, I haven't really felt good about myself. And I know that I'll get, like, kind of down, like, looking back at like a month or two before I left, right? Like I'll get kind of sad looking back like a month or 2 months before I actually moved. I was like, wow, I was feeling really good about myself. I was feeling really good about my body. I felt like I was in a really good spot. My hair looked good and things like that. And then I moved and I'm like, I don't know what happened. Like, I've not been doing much different as far as like my workouts and things like that. So I was getting down though, because I was like, I didn't really dress up too much for streams and things like that. And not so much like my videos either. But when I would at least like go out, I would still make an attempt. And then recently I haven't, you know. Yeah, no, I'm sure that too, again, and I do know these things. But yeah, I was getting kind of down on myself because I was like, wow, I've just been wearing the comfy clothes because it kind of makes me feel better wearing them, and it kind of makes me feel less anxious about my body when I have like baggy clothes and stuff on. Oh yeah, I'm getting my hair done in like a few weeks, Johnny. I'm getting that, and like all this is gonna be white. But yeah, I've been trying to give myself grace, and it was kind of wild. Like I was thinking about this yesterday because it's like my dad had made a comment about something going on in his life recently, and he was just like, oh man, you know, like, he's like, it's always something, you know, I can't seem to get ahead, can't seem to like get the ball rolling and stuff with things that he wants and all that. And I was thinking, you know, that night on my own stuff, and I was like, God, I need an answer or something from the universe, you know. I was like, I'm not feeling great, feeling really bad about lots of things, like my body and my work and things like that. So then it clicked because yesterday I was cleaning and everything, trying to get ready for the fucking guy to come who never showed up. And I randomly thought about my dad and what he had said, and I like wrote him a thing basically saying like, hey dad, like, you're a really resilient person, kind of thing. And basically just gave him some really sound advice. And later on, I was thinking, I was like, what if that's my fucking sign? I was like, I tell, you know, my friends or my family, I give people like the advice that maybe they might need to hear, something they might need to hear, because I want to make them feel better. If they ask, I obviously want to like tell them like, you know, what I can. And I'm like, what if that's like what if my sign is like, fucking listen to yourself sometimes, dude? And it's really hard for me to do that because, yeah, I was like, okay, well, let me try to give myself some grace. Like I was telling my dad, give myself some grace. Like, you haven't changed this much. You haven't been like fucking shoving your face full of like crazy amounts of foods or calories and things like that. I'm like, dude, your fucking body is hormonal as shit. One, you've been super stressed because you've been trying to get back into a routine, trying to make sure your content is top tier, trying to answer messages and comments and like manage a house and manage a yard that you've never done before. And I'm like trying to tell myself that, and I was like, sure, I had days where I wasn't working out and things like that. I was like, but honestly, I was like, if you think about it, I've been doing better with like my protein. And I'm like, okay, well, on top of that, you know, stay off the scale, don't look at the scale numbers. The scale numbers are going to go higher. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything crazy wrong, but you have hormones, you have period low, you have water retention, and you have, oh my god, what? Muscle. You have muscle now because you're actually getting the right amount of protein to fucking build your muscle. And I can tell that, like, I can tell with the way, like, my legs, the way like my thighs are looking lately, and I feel it in, like, in my stomach area is where, like, I'm having a lot of insecurities. I can feel it around these areas, not so much my, like, gut, because that part's hard, but, like, on the sides of my body, I'm like, I can feel it. I'm like, it feels a little bit more tighter. I don't have, you know, the loose skin type feeling anymore. So I'm like, I'm noticing these changes as far as muscle goes, and I'm like, well, obviously I'm gonna have muscle now, and muscle weighs more than fat. Like, I'm trying to remind myself of these things, and to know, like, yes, when you sit down, your body's still gonna be your body is gonna do body things and all that shit. And like Gannon was saying, I'm like, lighting definitely plays a part in it too, because I'm like, okay, yeah, my lighting at my last place was definitely a lot different. It was a bit more dim, and here it's like, I guess it's a little bit different. So it's like I've told you guys so much, like, change is so hard for me. It's very welcoming, and it's good to have these things. It's good to grow and to change and to learn. But it's really hard for me sometimes because I got to get used to it. I have to get used to my new normal. And that's just like with lots of things, you know? The body definitely likes to do body things. Yes, it really does. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of trying to be kinder to myself and give it more time, give it the time that it needs, you know? So I'm excited. I'm really excited to get my tubes tied, because I am just kind of, you know, overall, I think that'll be really good for me, and I'm really excited for that. Because, you know, before I had actually been, right before I moved and stuff like that too, I was talking to my OB about, like, you know, kind of trying to help regulate my periods. And it's like, well, actually, you know, in order to, like, it sounds really silly and I shouldn't have done it, but I was, you know, I have heard this before, and I think my mom's even done it too. But, like, if your stuff is, like, kind of irregulated, or your emotions are irregulated, and when you have, like, really intense cramps, doctors or OBs will often, like, put you on birth control to kind of try to help regulate it, to just, like, normalize it, because it's like, if you take a certain kind of birth control, it actually can, like, force you to have a period, and then kind of, like, make your period happen around the same time, relatively. But it's like, when you're on so many different forms, and you have, like, over the years, it really fucks with your body, and then you stop taking it, and then it takes forever for your body to get used to being normal again, if it'll ever be normal again. So it's just like, body's been through the fucking ringer, boys, and I don't know if it knows what normal is anymore. So yeah, it's a lot. It has been a lot, but I was taking my own advice today as I was, like, getting ready and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna just put on something I know I probably don't want to put on, which is a dress. I do love this dress, and I love the cardigan combo. And I've always liked it, and I wanted to take it off immediately when I put it on, because I'm like, oh my god, my belly. And I'm like, no, okay. I know that sometimes my belly looks flatter than it is at the bottom. I'm like, but the bottom of my belly, I was like, I'm a woman, and honestly, fucking women have more in their belly, like, a harder time losing their belly than men, just because of the fact that we have a fucking uterus sitting there, our hormones and things like that too, which I try to remind myself, because I'm like, okay, well, you know, at least with men, they don't have a fucking uterus, like, coming to kick them in the ass every fucking month. So I'm like, also, my body could just be built different than women that I'm seeing online that might have a super flat tummy right there. I'm like, their bodies could be different than mine. Fuck, they might not even have a uterus anymore. Who knows? Like, kind of thing. So I try to, like, tell myself all these things. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm storing stuff there because of my hormones being fucking weird and me being just, like, out of whack in general. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna not be so hard on myself, because one, know I'm not eating terrible, and two, I'm working out and doing really good workouts to the point where I'm noticing fucking muscle definition. So I'm like, cool. That's a plus. It's just hard sometimes. It's hard, again, when you're used to things being the same, and then with the fact that my career is completely and solely based online, I have to see past photos and videos of me, and then I will just sit there and like hyper fixate on every little thing that might have looked different then versus now, and how I might have looked skinnier then versus now, kind of thing. And it's just, it gets rough sometimes. What's up, Fern? Welcome on in. You gave birth to a butt baby, your cat. You pooped your cat out? You know, yeah, I can't say that I have ever heard of that before, but that is interesting. I guess if that's what we're saying, then I have 3 of those and a dog. You totally see the gains. Yeah, I'm not usually one to talk about my dump truck, but honestly, I am noticing that it's like getting lifted. So I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, that's kind of rad. And I could actually tell in like my fucking leggings and shit the other day. I'm like, okay. And like my thighs, like the tops of my thighs are very muscular lately. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's pretty cool. Haven't really noticed any progress really anywhere else other than my lower body at the moment. So there's that. You should have talk about that. Oh my god. You guys. Is there other like worldly problems and bigger issues at large? Yeah, but I don't think it's fair to kind of like minimize what someone is going through, you know? Like, because those are things that I already think. Just, it's who I am as a person. I'll get pissed with myself for like feeling like I had a bad day when I know there's people out there having worse days, horrible days than I am, but that doesn't mean that what I'm feeling in this moment in time isn't valid either, you know? Because at the end of the day, body dysmorphia is a mental health issue that I deal with, and that is important because it has to do with my health. So unfortunately, yeah, part of that is me comparing myself, or me comparing myself to my past self kind of thing, which is crazy. And that's really what I do most of the time, is like just see myself and I'm like, oh, okay. Or how do I validate your current issues? No, we're small. Exactly. And I used to really like kind of let people get in my head about that. Like, you know, I would almost feel like a bad person for saying that I was having a bad time or a bad day. And like growing up too, especially when it came to like my body dysmorphia, I had like, I would like confide in friends like, oh, you know, like I feel really gross. And arguably, yes, it was friends that their body type was different than mine. And those friends at the time, and even with like my family, you know, they would, I think, get a little frustrated with me and things like that because of like, you're skinny. Why are you having these fucking issues? Like, why are you gonna talk about this when, you know, like, I have a different body type than you, and I'm sitting here thinking about my body type. I'm like, I know, like, I understand, like, I get it, and it's just like, it's something that I just got going on up here, you know? It's like, it's the way my mind works. I'm just like, it's rough 9,000, you know? I'm like, I can't turn it off. I just see a distorted version of myself, and I'm trying to rein it back in to where I just put on an outfit like I did today, regardless of how I was feeling, and just try to like walk places and hold my head high with confidence and be like, hey, I just like act like everything is super, super duper fine. As far as like my body dysmorphia goes, then like I just wanted to like make myself feel confident, I guess. So, yeah. Pretty gray, just a little jar to sit on our PC. Wait, what are you guys talking about? What jars? What? I also have like, I ate something spicy, and now I have like a what's it? It's like raw over here on the side of my tongue, and it hurts when I talk because I keep biting it by accident. What are you talking about, Pickles? God, worst. Anyway. That was me just unloading to you guys a little bit. But overall, anyway, this was a very positive day. You know, positive day. Great news. Getting the fucking tubes taken out. It's gonna be fucking rad. If you're not feeling yourself, you know what? The fact that you just show up and you keep going and you're just out here, that's important. That's amazing. Good on you. Good on us. Because I did that today too. But anywho, I'm gonna hop off here, boys. I did just already, like, eat something really quickly at, like, 5? Just my lemon bologna sandwich. But I'll see if there's anything else that I want to eat, I guess, before 6:30 rolls around. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for keeping up with my snaps today. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? I hope your guys' hump day has been absolutely fire. And if it hasn't, well, maybe you can come out, come hang out on Twitch and maybe shit your pants if you want. Come do that if you would like. We might, because we're gonna get into some spooky stuff. Yeah. Alright, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you over on Twitch tonight, well, shit. Oh my god, boys. I'll see you tomorrow because why? I'm streaming Thursday and Friday as well. Bye, guys!